everybody, Sandy here from Scrapbook Blessings Club, and welcome to our Valentine video hop. So for January, we have a wonderful sponsor. It's Create for Less, online store, and they have over 70,000 brand named craft supplies you can buy in bulk. It's perfect for teachers and crafters and parents and scout leaders and everyone else. Go ahead and check them out. It's createforless.com. Now, if this is your first time hopping with us, what you're going to do is basically, instead of a blog hop, we're doing a video hop. You just hop from video to video from the design team. In the description box below, I will have all of their links to their videos, to their channels. After you watch the video, you're going to go ahead and make sure you subscribe and make sure you leave a comment. When you're done, you'll email me scrapbooksblessingsclub@yahoo.com, and in the subject you'll put January hop, and in a week I will go ahead and randomly pick one winner for the sponsor prize, which is a $10 gift certificate from Create for Less. And let's just go ahead and jump right in. So Create for Less sent the team these Artis Do Crafts Artis watercolor pen set. And we're going to go ahead and play with them. There's 12 in the package. And each of the team members got to pick a gorgeous stamp. This is my first gorgeous stamp. And yes, I ordered more. So this is made by Santoro. This is number 36, Rainy Days. And the card that I made for our Valentine hop is this one right here. I pull it up so you can kind of see. This is my first Valentine card. I made a step card. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the markers, show you a little bit of watercoloring, and go ahead and put the card together. Okay, looking, I have everything I need to make this card for this hop. I'm so excited. So this is going to be a mini product review, a mini tutorial, and a mini process video, all put into one. So we're going to do a card. So I grabbed everything I needed. I have my adhesive. We're going to use the ATG gun. We're going to use the card base. I have a piece of white cardstock. We're going to be making this card here, which is a framelit step-ups, Stephanie Bernard, and it's really cool because it's going to be a step card, and then the hearts are going to come with it. And of course, they have sentiment dies, but I'm going to use this one instead, which is a love. From my besties. So I'm going to use this sentiment die, this card base, and then I think I'm going to add in the Spellbinder's Nest Abilities, this one, which is romantic rectangles. So we're going to do this one also. Okay, so we have those. Of course, I have my Do Crafts Artis watercolor dual tip pens. We're going to play with those, and I just love her. What is really cute, when I opened her up, she comes with a trading card. My girls are already fighting over who gets this, but I think I'm keeping it. So I think this would be a wonderful idea if all the stamp companies came with a little piece of paper that had their image already stamped on it, and then all we could do is take it and put it in a binder or like a baseball card pocket, and it would be so much easier for organization. So I wish they would do that. I absolutely love that this comes with a little trading card. I have my water pens because we're going to watercolor, and we're going to use Memento ink. This is part of my packaging here. And we're going to do some embossing. Very simple embossing since we're going to watercolor. And I already played with one here. Let me pull her out and show you. And I did emboss her. You kind of see the shine there. And the reason why I like to do embossing, especially with small images like this one with a lot of details, is because it helps hold my color in place on where I want, and the colors don't run together. So that's why we're going to go ahead and emboss. Let's get started. Put her off to the side. And we're going to do coloring first. To prep my paper, I'm going to go ahead and use from EK Success. This is a little powder in here. Shake it down and then just kind of swoop around the paper. This will help so that my embossing powder doesn't stick where I don't want it to. Help brush off the embossing powder. I'm going to use Memento ink. And I think I want to use, real quick, so I get a nice clean impression, my stamping tool. So this is the one I have. This is Misty. I'm sure if you've seen any of my videos, you've seen me using this one. I'm going to put my cardstock right down here, use the magnets that come with it to hold it in place. I just set my stamp down. This is a rubber stamp. Try to get in the middle because I'm going to die cut her out when I'm done. Just press down on the lid and pick up my stamp. Now I can use the Memento Black, Tuxedo Black, to ink her up. And then I'll just press down. And now what's nice about this is I can go ahead and she's kind of faded there in the middle, so I can ink it up again. I can do this as many times as I need to get the impression that I want. So I'm going to press a little harder in the middle. There we go. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and take my embossing powder here. This is Ranger Superfine Detail in Clear because I'm going to set the ink. And all I have to do, I'll just bring up paper, just sprinkle it over top of my image while it's still wet. And you can do embossing with dye ink as long as you work pretty quickly. There we go. And I'm just going to go ahead and kind of toss that back in. And because it is a clear, it's a little forgiving. You won't have flecks all over the place. Just get a little flick. There we go. Okay, so now she's covered, and all I have to do is go ahead and heat emboss her. And let me grab my heating tool, which is this one from Martha Stewart. Okay, and she is all ready. You can feel it. Let me see if I can see some of the shine with the embossing. She is ready to go. I'm going to grab my water pens. I have a bunch of different kinds. I've gotten them various places, craft stores, Michael's, Scrapping for Less. But I like these because they have the water in the chamber and they come with different size brush tips. So I actually have a small, medium, and large. See if you can kind of see. Okay, but we're going to work with the small one here. Now, for my product review on these markers, I have to say I am impressed. These are watercolor dual tip. So these are Ducrafts Artiste watercolor dual tip pens, high quality, water-based, acid-free, non-toxic. Okay, and it comes in a 12-pack. And it starts off with black, gray, tan, peach, orange, red, pink, yellow, teal, green, blue, and purple. So it has all your basic colors. Now I like watercolor. You've seen my watercoloring before. I enjoyed a watercolor. The reason I like these ones, and I'm going to give these ones and actually give them a high score, like a B+, A-, rate them really high. Let me show you. I'm really impressed on the size. I absolutely love the size. Let me show you the tips. Look at how fine that tip is. And then even on the other side, there's a little bullet tip, and it's just as fine. Now, if I pull up one of my regular water pens, and that is my Tim Holtz Distress Marker. Look at the size difference. Same with the brush. Look at that big old brush, which is great to watercolor, and now look at this small brush. See the difference? So, I am absolutely loving these Ducraft Artiste water brushes for fine, detailed watercoloring. So let's go ahead and have some fun. Now, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start with her outfit, and we're going to go with the red, and I'm going to lay the color down just on one side where I would say the shadow was, so we're going to go on this side. So we'll lay the color down on this side, and then I'm going to take my water pen here, give it a squeeze. Now I do not squeeze it over top of my paper. I squeeze it over top of my hand as I get the water in the chamber. That way anything that would drop off or like that, I get on my hand and not on my paper. Okay, so we got water, we're good to go. So now I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to take and place water over where I color and then drag it to the other side of the hat. Just like that. Very easy to do. Now we're going to go ahead and do the dress. Same thing. I'm going to put it down on this side. And then I'm also going to go ahead and just kind of add in some lines in the middle just to kind of give the dress some folds. Okay, and then I'm going to take my pen, put the water on the color, and drag towards the middle. Now, watercoloring, if you haven't done watercoloring before, the thing to remember is sometimes it looks a little rough, but as it dries and the color settles, you get a very nice coloring effect. So we're not going to do any more with the red. We're going to go ahead and let that dry. We're going to go to her skin. So I'm going to grab this orangey peach color here. Now I notice there are no colors on these, so you're going totally by the cap color. And I'm going to do her face, so I'm just going to do right like I'm outlining up by the hair. Right like that. And then the same thing, I'm going to drag in towards the middle. There we go, and just blend out. And I'll do the same for the arms. I'm just going to put it up at the top and then drag down towards the hand. And then just a little under her skirt, peeking. Okay, and then we will let that dry. Next we'll go to the hair, and we're going to use this brown here. And I'm just going to kind of like do the outline up under her hat, a little around the face, make it a little darker there, a little darker at the tips, and then use my watercolor to bring the rest of it in towards the middle. And I know you really can't see this on the video, but it really is, the embossing is holding the water and the color where I want it. Okay, so let's go ahead and do her boots. We're going to use the pink. Okay, and last but not least, we will do the water. Go ahead around her feet. In the middle there. Okay, a lot of fun. Now she is done. So we can go ahead and do the rest of our card. I'm actually going to go ahead and pull this one up because she's already dry. So we're going to put this one off to the side so we can dry, and I can make another card with her. Okay, and we're going to finish up and put our card together. So I'm going to speed this one up a little bit.